All right, let's dive in. Today, we're putting on our master builder hats because we are going to uncover the fundamental blueprint for, well, every single living thing on our planet, from a tiny little bacterium all the way to you and me. So, the big question is, how do you build life from the ground up? Let's figure it out.
I mean, that's a huge question, right? It sounds almost impossibly complicated. But what if I told you that underneath all that staggering complexity, there's a set of instructions that's actually surprisingly logical? We're about to go on a journey of construction, zooming out from the absolute smallest building blocks to, you guessed it, the entire living world.
And here it is. This is our blueprint. See, life isn't just some random jumble of parts thrown together. It's a hierarchy. You can kind of think of it like a pyramid. Each level is built right on top of the one below it, adding layer after layer to create something way more sophisticated than just the sum of its parts. So, just like any big construction project, you have to start with your raw materials. And for life, that means we have to go all the way down to the bottom, to the atoms themselves. Now, get ready for this because this is pretty wild. Out of all the known elements in the entire universe, the vast, vast majority of life, everything you can see, everything you can touch, is built from just 6 of them. That's it, just 6 core elements that form the foundation of literally every living thing. And you can really see just how dominant these few elements are when you look at, well, your own body. These 6 core ingredients make up an absolutely astonishing 99% of you. Everything else, all those other elements, they're crammed into that tiny little 1% sliver. And here's the A-team, the 6 superstars of life: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Yeah, there are a few other elements that play smaller parts, but these 6, these are the fundamental bricks we use to build everything else that comes next. Okay, so we've got our raw materials. Now the real fun begins. How do these individual atoms actually come together to assemble a working, living machine?
Well, it happens on a kind of micro-assembly line. First, our bioelements, those atoms, they bond together to form molecules, like water or proteins. Then, these molecules get put together to form organelles. You can think of them as tiny organs for the cell. Each one has a specific job, like the mitochondria, which are the power plants. And finally, all those organelles working together, they form the cell, which is the basic unit of all life.
But for most of the life we see around us, a single cell just isn't going to cut it. So the next level up is all about teamwork. Groups of similar cells band together to form tissues. And in a tissue, every cell specializes to help perform one big collective function. It's all about cooperation. To make this a little more real, let's take an organ we're all pretty familiar with, the stomach. It's not just one uniform blob. It's a fantastic example of how different tissues combine to create something that actually works. And this right here is a perfect example of that connection between structure and function. So the stomach has epithelial tissue, and its job is to secrete all that digestive juice. Then it has muscular tissue, which is designed to contract and physically churn and mix your food. You see? 2 totally different tissues, 2 totally different jobs, all working for one common goal: digestion.
And this teamwork thing, it just keeps scaling up. Different organs, like our stomach, they don't work alone. They team up to form what we call organ systems. So the circulatory system, for instance, isn't just your heart. No way. It's a whole coordinated network of the heart, arteries, veins, and capillaries, all working in perfect sync to pump blood all over your body.
Okay, so we've built a single, complete organism. But believe it or not, the blueprint doesn't stop there. Now we're going to take the biggest leap yet, zooming way, way out from the individual to see how life is organized on a planetary scale. And what's so cool is that the exact same principle of organization just keeps going. So you're an organism, a group of humans living in a town. That's a population. Now, add in the populations of dogs and squirrels and the oak trees in your neighborhood, and bam, you've got a community. Then add the non-living stuff, the air, the water, the soil, and now you have an ecosystem. And finally, you take all the ecosystems on Earth, combine them together, and you get the biosphere, the sum total of all life.
It's really worth pausing on this for a second because it's truly mind-blowing. Now, we focused on the main 6 bioelements that make up 99% of us, but scientists have identified about 16 in total that are essential for life. Still, think about that. That's an incredibly small number of ingredients to build all the mind-boggling complexity we see around us. It's just a testament to nature's incredible efficiency and, really, its elegance.
So why is it so important to understand this blueprint? I mean, it's cool, but does it matter? Well, this isn't just some abstract knowledge for a textbook. It has profound and, I mean, life-saving implications in the real world. It's because we understand how cells form tissues, and tissues form organs, and organs make up systems. That's what allows us to step in when something goes wrong. This incredibly detailed blueprint is the foundation of pretty much all of modern medicine. I mean, just think about organ transplants. Because we know exactly how a kidney or a heart is supposed to function as part of a larger system, we can actually replace one when it fails. Kidneys are the most commonly transplanted, but also the liver, heart, and lungs. It is a genuine miracle of modern science, and it's made possible entirely by understanding those organ and organ system levels in our blueprint. So there you have it. From a single atom to the entire living planet, it all follows one grand design. A shared blueprint that connects you and me and the trees outside your window and the smallest bacteria in the soil. So I'll leave you with this. Knowing that we're all built from the same fundamental plan. What does that mean for our connection to everything else? It's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.